Welcome. This is a webinar to look at the injection mold manufacturing project for Octi. Just going to take a bit of time and talk a little bit about the project and what the goals were and what we were looking for. This injection mold project was looking at a manufacturing class. It was implemented for the 3M, 4M level classes. And this was partially done at a school that uses this as part of the SHSM program. Basically, I'm just going to run through some of the things around what we're using. So the project outline was looking at the oven sector, and more specifically, where the connections can be made with electric vehicles. And what that looks like is that we are making some connections to injection molding that Tesla uses in their manufacturing project or process. The things that you want to focus on are basic skills in the manufacturing classroom, as well as different machines, milling machines, lathes, and some 3D printing. Safety concerns and connections that we've made with that. The assessment and evaluation that's being presented, there's multi-levels of assessment that can be used as you need it. Some examples of the project are basically, this is the aluminum two-part mold that's created and the washers that get injected into it after it is assembled. Some resources that give you some online connections, and the lessons are basically set out. So the first lesson looks at the electric cars and how they're built and how Tesla's using the gigaton press to do their injection molding. Then the second lesson teaches students how to create and do the machining of the actual mold. And there's a lesson plan template with a worksheet provided. The next part we look at is the actual activity that the students will do. So the activity plan that is given to you is something that will look at how the students will actually create that two-part injection mold. There's some pictures using a CNC mill of how you would create that. How it was done on this particular machine. There's also some pictures of the injection mold process, which is using polystyrene pellets in a hot injection mold machine. There's some options later that I'll talk about if you do not have one of these machines. There's some connections to safety, so the Octi documents that are provided. These will all step on or look at the basic points of safety that you want to make sure you're covering. The drawings that are provided, basically two drawings for the two-part mold. These can be used to create it. Doesn't matter which machine you're using, it can be used to create the parts. There's video links. Again, the assessment. So this is the assessment that's offered in both Word and PDF format. Sort of finish to this, you can also do a washer toss game. So after the students have created the washers, you can then create a recycled, repurposed washer toss game. And there's some material here that shows you how to do that and some pictures that help you to create that. And then in the end, we basically have some alternative options. So this was created using a CNC milling machine, but you could use a conventional milling machine, a lathe with a four-jaw chuck, or it could be 3D printed, depending on what you have available to you. The injection process, if you don't have a hot injection mold machine, you could use soft plastics with plastisol. You could do a two-part plastics with silicone, injection with basic wax, and all of these things are available online if it's something that you don't have availability. There's also some other lesson ideas around quality control, large production run of parts, or environmental effects on production. Hopefully you enjoy the project.